Hi, good morning. I'm Michael Flood. I'm the CEO of the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, and we want to welcome all of you here to our City of Industry Distribution Center. This is a very busy location, especially since the fires erupted more than 2 months ago in responding to the needs throughout Los Angeles County. And we're really pleased to be here today to host very special speakers and announcements. The food bank has been working since the beginning of the pandemic with the governor's office in working with many different initiatives and volunteer programs to help both provide service to the community, provide life experience, and really help us get nutritious food out to the communities throughout Los Angeles County. We host these programs at both of our locations here in the City of Industry and also at our South Los Angeles facility, and also at mobile distributions where we're serving families, seniors, children throughout Los Angeles County, and also in partnership with many organizations, other nonprofit organizations and faith-based organizations throughout Los Angeles County. We have more than 600 of those organizations that have nearly 1,000 distribution sites serving families, seniors, children, people, many struggling to really hold on to their housing given inflation and the cost of living in our area, and people who are experiencing homelessness and struggling to deal with housing issues. So I would like to kick the program off, and I would like to introduce a very good friend of the food bank who has been working with us for, it's been 5 years now, Josh. It's been 5 years now. We've been working with you and your team at your office, which has been phenomenal for us in terms of being able to serve the community. So I'd like to introduce the director of the California Governor's Office of Service and Community Engagement, Josh Friday. Josh?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Absolutely. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Michael, so much, and thank you for your leadership and friendship in serving so many throughout this community. Being here at the LA Regional Food Bank reminds me that it wasn't that long ago when we were all facing hurricane-force winds. And almost immediately, we experienced, I think, something that will be etched in many of our minds for the rest of our lives, which was indescribable destruction. A natural disaster that destroyed over 12,000 homes, 40,000 acres, forced thousands of Angelenos to flee their homes. And in that destruction, what we also saw was another story. What we saw was the fear that people had leaving their homes in the middle of the night, grabbing one item, two items, and fleeing for safety. What we saw was the exhaustion of our first responders working endless hours to combat the flames and the destruction that was happening. What we saw was the heartbreak of entire communities, not just homes lost, but schools and businesses, and a sense of community lost. But also emerging from that time that we will never forget, we saw something else. We saw hope. We saw the spirit that is the best of California, the spirit that is the best of Los Angeles, of people coming together and helping each other and supporting each other at a time of great need, and standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder, with our first responders, with our relief workers, and with our neighbors. We're California Service Corps members. Standing behind me today, who you will hear from, who from day one were helping literally stand up the shelter that housed thousands of people who just lost everything. With the supply centers, working centers throughout Los Angeles to make sure people got the food and the clothes and the basic necessities that they needed. We saw them working at the resource centers where they sure people who lost everything are able to get the resources they need. And then what we also see from our California Service Corps members is them helping rebuild communities, because that's what they do. Not just helping get back into their homes and rebuild, but actually creating community, creating safe spaces in our schools, helping tutoring and mentoring students who lost their homes and their communities. And what we're so excited to talk about today and to announce today is that we are now recruiting 10,000 paid positions for the next generation of the California Service Corps. We created in California the California Service Corps because we live at a time when we have great challenges. We have an existential climate crisis. We have growing food insecurity that we see the food bank tackle every single day. We have fires. We have growing college debt. And we created the California Service Corps to give Californians the chance to tackle these problems, to get paid, to make a difference in their community, and also build the skills and the networks to start their own career. And so today we announce that we are now recruiting over 10,000 paid positions. And we want anyone who wants to make a difference in the world, who wants to change their community, who wants to start their career, to step up and go to caservicecorps.com. And you're about to hear from a few of our members who are currently part of the California Service Corps, who do heroic work every day in our community, that this is what service looks like. This is what it looks like when we invest in service and create the opportunities for people to come together. Before you hear them, I just want to share something en español para nuestras familias que hablan español. Hoy anunciamos que estamos reclutando más de 10,000 miembros de servicio pagados que son parte de California Service Corps. Hay miles de posiciones en Los Ángeles pagados para servir a la comunidad. Y nuestro mensaje es que te necesitamos. Puedes ganar dinero mientras a tu comunidad. El California Service Corps es un beneficio para los miembros, para la comunidad y para todo el estado de California. Gracias. And now I have a real pleasure to introduce to you, get a chance to hear from one of our Service Corps members, Ashley Hernandez, who is in her third year at University of California of Los Angeles. Ashley.
Alrighty, so good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley Hernandez, a fellow currently serving at the LA Regional Food Bank. I am here today to tell you about what the program has done for me. 3 years ago, I was excited and relieved to get into college, but I was confronted with the big question: how was I going to afford it? Luckily, I came across an email about College Corps and decided to join. It seemed like the perfect fit, an opportunity to gain experience, give back to my community, and get some financial support along the way. Little did I know then that this program would have a lasting impact on me. It didn't just help with money. It gave me a sense of purpose and a way to grow as a person while giving back. As a full-time college student, I dedicate a few hours each week at the food bank, working alongside an amazing team of hardworking individuals. Whether I'm sorting through produce, palletizing food kits, or assisting with the volunteer event process, every task contributes to something bigger. Together, we help ensure that thousands of people in our community have access to the food they need. But what makes this experience truly meaningful isn't just the work, it's the people I've met along the way. Getting to know the people behind this work, the volunteers, the staff, and my fellow College Corps members has been truly inspiring. These are people who either choose to be here or take time out of their busy lives to serve others, and their dedication has shown me how powerful it is when we come together towards a common goal. Through College Corps, I've grown in ways I never expected. I've become a better communicator, learned how to work with different people, and even stepped into leadership roles. Most importantly, I've learned that making a difference starts with just one step. I saw this firsthand at the food bank during the LA fires. In a moment of crisis, so many people stepped up to help. That experience showed me what service is really about. Coming together, supporting one another, and showing up when it matters the most. Moments like these remind me why I come back to College Corps year after year. This program isn't just about volunteering. It's about gaining hands-on experience and building meaningful relationships. It's given me the chance to grow professionally, connect with people who care about making a difference, and provided me the opportunity to focus on school without constantly having to worry about how I'll pay for it. So if you want to gain experience, make lasting connections, and serve your community in a meaningful way while getting paid, I can't recommend College Corps enough. It's made a difference in my life, and I know it can do the same for so many others. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. That was amazing. Great job. Thank you, Ashley, for those beautiful words. And Ashley walks the walk. Not only is she calling on others to apply for College Corps and join this program, but she has promised me that she is going to be applying for a 4th year of College Corps as well, which we're thrilled about. Ashley talked about finding purpose in this work. I now get to introduce Emily, who is from the California Climate Action Corps, one of our programs focused on climate change and disaster response here in LA. And I want to invite Emily to come up and tell her inspiring story and her work with tree people.
Thank you. Hi there. Thank you so much. It's a real honor to be here to represent the California Climate Action Corps. I can share with you that the work that I've gotten to do has been directly with our land and directly with our landscapes that are suffering on the front lines of the climate crisis. And so I just want to impart to you that this is really meaningful work. A life of service is really meaningful work. It's the opportunity to have a direct impact on our trees and our plants and our animals and our ecosystem and our communities, our local communities directly. And so in my experience, I get to go out almost every single day and work in our forests and plant trees and put them in the ground and care for them and water them and take out invasive species which are highly flammable and contribute to wildfires all across our state. Speaking about fire, I think it's really clear that everyone in our state here in California is carrying a real trauma of the recent fires in our daily lives, in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. And what can we do? What can we do to really help this land and help our state and help these communities? You can serve. You can serve in AmeriCorps. You can serve with California Climate Action Corps. You can serve in the College Corps, and you can make a difference. And I just want to share on a personal note something I imagined before I took this path in CCAC. I took this as a second career. My first career was in a whole field as a videographer. And I never imagined that I would be through the professional development opportunities of this fellowship, of this opportunity. So I am on a path to learning how to steward our lands in a more compassionate, holistic manner so we don't have the kinds of catastrophic destruction that we experienced here just a couple of months ago. And I have 7 years of higher education. I have an undergraduate degree and a master's degree that I got about 15 years ago. And in all of that education, it was great. I learned a lot. But I didn't receive the support, the guidance, the mentoring that I have received here through AmeriCorps and through Climate Action Corps. So I'm very grateful. And I look forward to you joining us. Come and serve with us. You can have an impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, so much for your passion and also for the path and the courage that you have taken. And we hope many people follow your path as well. I now have a chance to introduce Tanya from our team, who we're incredibly proud of. She's on an incredible journey of service. She is currently a Youth Service Corps member. And before that, she was a College Corps member. So she continues to serve in so many ways our community and our state. And I want to invite Tanya to come up and share her story. Thank you.
Hello, buenos dias. My name is Tanya Castro. I currently serve as an intern for the City of Los Angeles under the Mayor's Office of Economic Opportunity. I previously was a College Corps member working in climate action through the University of Casi Dominguez Hills. I was there for 2 years, and I'm currently doing my final semester in college. And I was looking to do something different, but still maintain myself engaged with the community. I was able to find an opportunity through the Core to Alum on Campground. It's basically a resource that alumni college core members are able to use in order to find opportunities. So right now, one of my main priorities in the role that I currently have, find jobs for them to have their first experience and being able to get experiences within the city. And so during my time there, with these recent fires, we got a call to action with one of my directors. His name is Ozzy Lopez. And I was able to give my time and be able to help my community and see where we come from. All Angelinos are able to come together from all different walks of life. We're able to attribute our time, and through that I was able to serve at the YMCA and the food bank and package fruits, vegetables. I didn't know how much impact of the food bank was until I actually was in the position to be able to pack those oranges, pack those onions, and see the great impact we have on our community. And seeing these fires, I've been living here for my whole life. I never saw the amount of danger that I felt for my fellow neighbors, the uncertainty that we had about losing people's homes, students losing their schools, and being able to give back to my community. I felt a fulfilling feeling, not only that, but just being able to recent graduates, current college students to come out of their comfort zone and give their time and give their service. This is all.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your story and also all your incredible experience making a real difference. Next, we have Kaya, one of our members who is doing incredible work, tutoring and mentoring. She's going to talk about it. She's also works at Pasadena that was severely impacted by the fires, and I want to invite her up to share her incredible and inspiring work. Kaya.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaya Pomerocho, and I am an AmeriCorps member serving my second term with Reading Partners. So I work full-time in an Altadena elementary school. I coordinate one-to-one literacy tutoring sessions with 1st through 4th grade students and with community members. So I have learned a lot about early literacy principles, volunteer management, and role. But one of my biggest points of pride has been creating a warm and welcoming environment for students in my reading center. My students are so excited to come to their sessions twice a week and work with a tutor who is there just for them on content that is at their level. They also know that they can always come in to chat with me and just have a quiet space to decompress. This space has been important since the Eaton fire devastated the community around our school 2 months ago. Many of my students lost their homes, and their school routine has been an anchor for them in a time of deep uncertainty. One of my students told her tutor on her first day back that she was so excited to get picked up for Reading Partners because after her house burned down, she thought she would never get to go back to Reading Partners again. Another student has been coming in every day after school to read, draw, and update me on her family's housing situation and their plans to rebuild. Several students have asked for and received new copies of their favorite books that were lost in the fire. My work as an AmeriCorps member has put me in a unique position to provide a variety of support to the Altadena community. In the days after the fire, I earned service hours for volunteering at donation centers and shelters throughout the Pasadena area. And I was also deployed by California volunteers to this food bank, where we sorted thousands of pounds of food to send out across LA. Now that my school is open, I'm proud to support Altadena's long-term recovery efforts every day in my reading center. My students and tutors have taught me so much about resilience and the power of community, and I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to serve, and I will carry this experience with me for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaya, for sharing this. Bringing us home, I'm incredibly honored and grateful that Matthew Martinez is here. Matthew Martinez is not only a former California Service Corps member, he currently works at the Red Cross, organizing and mobilizing and supervising California Service Corps members. And I spent a lot of time with Matthew because from day one of the fires, Matthew was literally at the Pasadena Convention Center standing up and running the shelter that would provide food and housing and clothing and basic needs for thousands throughout our community. Matthew Martinez.
Whether it's across the street or across the state, our California AmeriCorps disaster team members always answer the call to support people in times of need. They have served in critical roles, helping to bridge gaps in responses, and supplying an impressive workforce of trained, dedicated, and compassionate volunteers. Our members were on the ground when the wildfires in LA started. They set up shelters, ensuring that people had a safe place to go. Our members harnessed the generosity of an entire nation, sorting, distributing, delivering donations as they came in record numbers. Our members mobilized those from the community eager to help their neighbors. They onboarded, trained, and managed over 1,500 volunteers to help response. Our members continue to directly impact and support those survivors, helping them to connect to the vital resources they need to recover. I had the honor of serving as an AmeriCorps member in this Disaster Corps program before becoming a program manager. The experience and impact I was able to make was invaluable. I was able to serve my community while receiving industry-specific training, unique professional development opportunities, and a community of like-minded individuals. The experiences I encountered not only helped me to grow my career, but strengthened my ability and passion for serving others. AmeriCorps helped me pay for college, and like many others who are dedicated to service, I was the first in my family to graduate from college. I carry my AmeriCorps service with me in every role I serve. I remember the responses during my term, the faces of those impacted by past disasters, and the support and assistance I was able to provide. The lessons I learned helped to make me a better public servant. AmeriCorps is a form of national service. Like joining the Peace Corps or the military, it is an honored commitment, and it is recognized by employers and organizations and showcases your commitment to bettering your community. Those who make up our California AmeriCorps disaster team are ordinary Californians who are dedicated to serving in incredible ways. So join the hundreds of Californians who have already raised their hands and who are currently serving in the community, making a difference and helping to make California stronger, safer, and more resilient.
California is recruiting over 10,000 paid service positions, calling on Californians to step up to help their community and also get help paying for school, get jobs, and start a career. And we are looking for a whole new generation of first responders, of community leaders, and people who want to move California forward. So if you want to join the largest service force in the nation, bigger than the Peace Corps, make a difference in your community and get paid doing it, please go to caservicecorps.com today. Tell your friends to go and join something really special that we are creating. I want to thank Michael Flood from the Food Bank for having us here today and for hosting us and also being such an incredible leader for this community, but also for the state. I want to thank all the Service Corps members who spoke and shared their stories, and also all the Service Corps members who didn't have a chance to speak, but are standing behind me because they stand up for this community every single day when they come to work to make a difference in the lives of others. Please spread the word. Go to caservicecorps.com, sign up to get paid to create change in your community, and let's get to work. Thank you.
All right, everybody, could I have you come walk up towards the podium? We're just going to take a picture here. Walk on either side of the podium and even in front of it. So not behind the podium. Not behind. On the side. There you go. Perfect. That's perfect right there. Come on over. Come on over. Just going to take a really quick picture here. Thank you.